Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the Beef Play channel, and today guys we're going to be talking about the electrical update being nerfed. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you do drop a like, subscribe and leave a comment down below, and let's get right into it. Right, so as you're probably aware that the electricity update has been nerfed. It actually happened a couple of weeks ago and everybody's pretty much already aware about it, but nobody really made a video or made it known on YouTube. So this video will basically be describing what they've done and how they see the game improving because of this. So most of this video will be my kind of views on this topic, and we'll discuss everything that's good about it and what's not. So let's start off with the solar panels. So now there's a limit of 7 max solar panels for level 3 bench. This isn't really too good, considering a lot of power needs to be used to be able to make things that to power people's boards, like DV's board. You know, he had like his whole timer on how many subscribers he's got and stuff. So obviously that wouldn't really detect much because it's taken up so much power. So a lot of people's bases have been affected. So with my timer, it kind of messes up sometimes and it can't get enough electricity across to it. So that really does affect it. At the moment it is working, but it's only doing 2 numbers. It normally does 3, but the first time you actually join, the time cycle messes up, so it has to keep going around to that loop. So with this setup here, I kind of dismantled it halfway through because you cannot place any more solar panels. So let me show you. So if we type in solar panels and let's try placing this down, we can no longer place stuff because you're only allowed to place 7 energy sources at level 3. That makes sense, and it is a good way because a lot of people are getting tons and tons of electricity sources. I understand it from that perspective, but from building perspective, you know, this takes about 6-7 to run. And if you want to do anything else, you can't actually do it. So it kind of means you have to dismantle one thing and work on another. And that was kind of a letdown from a lot of people's perspectives, because everybody wanted to create, you know, huge clocks that could tell the time on everything, or even huge setups, but we can no longer actually do that to be able to do that. So again, Islands, if you are watching this video, it would really be good if this could be altered and maybe adapted a little bit. But again, these are my views. People see them in a different way. However, I do understand Islands from one perspective, you know, that they don't want tons of people having solar panels lagging out the game, because again, it is really laggy if you have tons and tons of them. So that's why they've introduced restrictions on it. I'm sure that they'll sort it out, but a lot of people have been agitated inside of chats, within discords and stuff like that, telling why has it been nerfed, because nobody can make their, let's say, tic-tac-toe machines or anything actually power enough without more than 7. So it is a huge issue. Okay, obviously I have 1 2 3 4 5 and then about like 5 more in there. But the thing is, if you've already got a place down, then you're lucky. If you don't, then people are really restricted on what they can and can't do. So there's a couple more things that they've actually changed. So LEDs being used at one time. So let's say if you wanted to light something up with 1,000,000 energy, let's call it, and if you have over the limit of LEDs being used at once, it will actually just fully cut it off and it won't turn on. So I'm not sure if you guys are having that issue, but I certainly am. That's kind of like an issue within the game right now. I'm not sure if it was a bug, but I'm guessing it was deliberate. However, if it would be really good if Islands were watching this video and kind of made adjustments and adapt it, because I think the electrical update was a really huge success. Okay, there was some bugs, that there was, you know, little ins and outs on lag and all of that, but bringing in a nerf for it, I think that was a little too much, if I say so myself. So a lot of people may agree and disagree, but it is what it is at the end of the day. I found the update really good. It was one of their best updates that they've ever dropped. They've added so much during that update, and then obviously, you know, you get a restriction on it. So again, I do understand a restriction on it, and that's fair enough. But I think they kind of did it in the wrong way, considering you can't store the power. Unless they're going to bring a store for the power. That would be pretty cool if they did bring like some sort of storage facility so you can store stuff, and maybe that'll actually sort it out and you can connect it to multiple things and stuff like that. That would really be good to add maybe next update if they add like some sort of storage facility kind of block where power goes into solar panels, and we won't need to worry about how many solar panels we have. We could just store it in there. So that could potentially be something like this. So this video will kind of be on kind of ideas and obviously speaking, you know, what's been changed and what's been adapted that could affect the game negatively and good. So let's have a look. So there's been a slight adaptment where electricity, you're getting less now than what you would have got. I feel like it's slightly adapted on how much power it takes up per unit. So let's say if we connect a solar panel, it will no longer reach to this board because it's taking up more power, you know, with the switches and all this. Okay, this is a big setup and it is going to run out really quick, not gonna lie, but I feel like it needs to be slightly lowered so we can at least adapt stuff and actually make stuff work, because a lot of people can make huge designs that could potentially be a working 24-hour clock potentially in a couple months. However, we're no longer able to do that because there's a restriction on how much input is flew. Maybe if there could be like some sort of repeater or something that you can see in Minecraft where it basically refreshes the signal, that would be pretty cool if there was something like that. But I suppose that this is kind of like the repeater, but the thing is it doesn't really work the same as there's only one output and you can't really get that kind of flow going to connect to all of this, because by the time you get all of these connectors and attached to your switch, and for that to go all the way around, it's still a lot of energy to be able to take it up. So again, that is kind of a negative on it, but I mean as a positive, it does, you know, restrict it and obviously lag and all of that. So do bear that in mind. But overall, those are basically the changes and adapting that they've actually done. So I think they did actually change some recipes. I'm not entirely sure. I think they made it a little cheaper or easier to get. Actually, I think it might be the same. Again, this video is, you know, my opinions and kind of addressing it. So Islands hopefully see this to be able to kind of adapt it, because I'm sure that everybody had a mixed opinions on the electrical update. Some people thought it was useless, some people thought it was fun, some people thought it was just generally pointless, and all of that. It was mixed feelings about the update, but overall I found it kind of fun and, you know, making new designs. I uploaded a bunch of videos on clocks, tic-tac-toe and all of that, and I feel like it needs to be slightly adapted so we can do fun stuff like that again and actually do events on this, because I was going to do this for like a video, but obviously there's not enough electricity now and you cannot place any more solar panels to be able to get that energy across to build stuff like that. If Islands is watching that, if adaptation could be made, that would be absolutely awesome. I'm not sure what the next update's going to be. I reckon it will be something like the kind of getting into the Easter and all of that, or maybe that island across. I reckon that would be the Easter egg island 2021, because everyone's, you know, kind of applied to be able to get their game to have one of the eggs on. So I reckon that would be like some sort of island. I'm not sure. Oh, there's snow on there. I didn't realize that there was actually snow. That's crazy. But again, this video was mostly just talking about the electrical update and the kind of stuff that's kind of bring a negative impact to the community and actually stop people from playing and progressing because of that particular thing. I'm not saying that people aren't playing because of that, but people were kind of annoyed how they spent millions and, you know, got a bunch of resources to be able to get it and they can't use it. So I'm just kind of putting those ideas forward and those issues that people are having, so hopefully it gets, you know, raised up and Islands will see it. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure you do drop a like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.